I wanted to create a proper introduction because I felt like the last video was just me dumping all this information on you guys and not really sharing with you like who I am as an individual, where I see myself in the world, and what my goals and aspirations are. What's a great way to do it than make a video about my 2026 goals? My name is Ellis. I am a composition major at Peabody. I'm also doing music ed. So, two majors. I'm thinking of pursuing a master's in jazz. I'm not thinking. I know that I'm pursuing a master's in jazz. Let's just put it out there, guys. So I'm currently studying up on that too. This is basically just going to be a overview of what my goals are as a person who is interested in jazz and studying jazz, and someone who's interested in music education, someone who's interested in composition and composing their own works and trying to build something off of that. I'm in my early 20s, trying to find avenues of my life that align with those things and ultimately is able to create a lifestyle that is sustainable for me. As I'm nearing the end of my college experience, it's just crazy to think that 2 more years and I'm holding a graduate degree, and that's really interesting to me. Let's just start with these goals. The first goal that I have is learning how to fall on the ground and pick myself back up, not leaning into perfectionism. I think for 2026, it's the year of letting myself live authentically. And I think I've tried to do that for a while. I think there's a way to live authentically, being authentic, but still being cognizant of the people around you, the things around you. And not to say that you should do things for other people, but just, people just don't have self awareness anymore. And I want to be self aware. So I think perfectionism was something that I grew up with a lot of. I just need to do things with my life that allow me to fall and learn and just gain skill. Jazz was one way of doing that because I sucked at it. I actually did. And now I could say that I'm decent. I'm okay, not where I want to be, but I'm getting there. And so yeah, just seeing that growth and being able to document it over time has been so interesting. I really do feel like this is a good goal for me just cuz I feel very strongly that this year is just going to be a release of a lot of stuff that is in my past. Second goal I am looking to achieve is showing up for myself and being more consistent, building discipline and self love. I think discipline is one of the greatest marks of self love you can have for yourself. Being able to meet yourself every day and just do the things that that you want to do shows that you care about who you are as an individual and you care about the goals that you make. That being said, I am not the most disciplined person, and it's crazy to think that I'm such a planner and I can plan a lot of things. I can plan and I can take my time to plan and really set out a plan to do X, Y, and Z. I can create actionable steps. And I just can't find the link between planning and doing that thing and then actually doing the thing that I need to do and getting stuff done. And I feel like I've just been coasting by. Like, I think I'm a good student, but I don't think I'm good at actually managing like real life when I have deadlines that I need to create for myself. Because then I don't think they're important. And so I think that also just stems from a place of not having enough self worth to realize that my goals and aspirations are something that are important and they're something that I should prioritize. Just having more of a way to be consistent with myself. For me, at least, that means like exercising every day and moving my body and just finding ways to like engage with myself. Eating healthy. I feel like I just wasn't prioritizing my actual physical health when it came to my internship, which I can do a separate video on if y'all want more information on just tips on how to go through your internship journey and like stuff that I felt like was helpful or not helpful. So yeah, I can make a video on that. I think I want to be more consistent and show up for myself because I know I have these goals and I sit down every day and I think to myself, why am I not doing what I want to do? Why can't I do what I want to do? And I think there's something underlying there, but most of it I think is just from the way that I was raised. I had to figure out a lot of that stuff on my own. Being able to show up for myself. I really desire, and I think will make me feel like I have more worth, which should be the opposite. Like, I should have self worth first and then find ways to show that self worth to myself. And if I have self worth, like, I should be able to find the intrinsic motivation to work out, to eat healthy, to plan my day, to find time for myself. I don't know, maybe I just have to work backwards. Like, maybe that's just how my brain works. Yeah, stemming off of that, I want to show for others the way that I want to show for myself. And I think it's going to take a while for me to do this, but I have to be okay with the fact that I may not be ready to show up for people the way that I want to show up for them, because I haven't put in the work to show up for myself, and so I can't show up for people the way that I want to want to show up for people. I think this is an interesting topic because I feel like this is where people feel like they are putting too much into relationships and X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, okay, well, look at yourself. Do you value yourself? Do you give yourself care? Do you shower yourself with gifts? Do you give yourself quality time? Do you provide yourself with words of affirmation? No one is going to give that to you. Like, you have to show up for yourself. That's an issue that I've had a lot, where I felt like I was putting in so much into my relationships when I realized that I needed an equal balance of showing up for myself and showing up for other people. That doesn't mean that, like, if you're not where you want to be with showing up for yourself, that you treat people like crap. Like, that's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is a lot of the treatment that you guys expect from other people, you aren't giving to yourselves. To expect that is kind of like, I don't know, like, I don't know. That's why I think I put that first goal up before this one, because I think that if I show up for myself and I really am able to provide myself with the love and the care that I know that I need, that no one else can give me, I can show that care and love to other people. That means being financially responsible. That means being responsible with my actions in terms of, like, what I choose to do with my body, and knowing that that's my choice and I will reap the consequences of those decisions. I want to show up for other people the way that I want to show up for myself. That only starts with me and myself, and really getting to know myself and understanding where I am as an individual in this life. I wasn't counting, but this is goal number 4. So, finding new ways to make practice more interesting and exciting. I love practicing when I feel like it. And my craft is something that requires me to practice consistently. If that's every day or almost every day, that is the case. I think it's easy to cling on to consistency when you're going through the worst moments. I remember I had gone through a mental health crisis, and consistency and practicing every day was the one thing that got me through the day. I grew better for it. But now that I don't need that crutch, the same practicing rituals are not holding up for me anymore. So I want to try to still be consistent with practicing, but make it fun and exciting. This might have to take a little bit of planning, which I can share with you guys, but I want to be able to practice in a way that allows me to not get tired of practicing. Voice is interesting because you don't see results immediately, and it's not something that, like, people can tell you how to practice and how to achieve the things that you want to achieve, but you have to, in order to understand how those mechanisms work, you have to feel it internally. That is really hard to do when you aren't fully aware of all the things going on in your body and you aren't in tune with your body. So I think that's one of the things that makes my goals very self centered, because I know if I can be more self centered, again, not a bad thing, just like really looking into myself and allowing myself to work on the things that I need to work on inside of myself, I can produce better fruit. Yeah, I don't know. No, I do know. I say that all the time. I need to stop that too. Like saying words that show that I'm unsure. Like, I need to really be like, hey, no, I do know this thing. I know what I'm talking about. I'm very timid. I want to appear more certain of myself. But back to practicing. So I think practice is important when it comes to being a creative, and practicing and honing into your craft is something that you do. I love singing. I just think now that I've tied it with a career, something is making it boring, and I think I'll talk about it in another video. I need to find the nuance and not make it seem like it's a chore, because that happened to me with composition and I was able to find my way out of it. We will definitely, that's definitely a journey that we'll go on together. So if you are feeling the same way, trust that there is a way out of there. Because my composition has never been better. And I honestly am excited to see where it goes. We'll see how it is for voice too, because I really just want to be able to share my growth, and I can't do that if I'm not consistent. So I hope that I am able to do that this year. Goal number 5, becoming more financially stable. I guess I would say I'm pretty lazy. I don't know. I guess I'm efficient. Like, I work hard on things that I'm interested in doing. My drive isn't really based on anything, especially now that I have this cushion. If I didn't have this cushion, Bessie, I'd be hustling. I'm privileged enough to say that it's allowed me to focus on my education and just learn as much as I can out of that. But I definitely wish that I had more money in my pocket. So just finding ways to save more money, eating out less, which I barely do. But then again, like, city food is expensive, guys. Like, y'all don't even understand. They be charging these prices. And I'm like, yikes. I want to start building avenues of income. I want to start building ways for me to just be asleep and make money. Because honestly, especially in the world that we're living in now, that's the only way you're going to be able to thrive in life. Unfortunately, like, it used to be the case that people can work their jobs and make a livable wage and still have all their dreams and aspirations and stuff, but I want to start a family. I want to get married. I want to do all these things, and just being a teacher isn't going to cut it. I want to be able to support my kids in the best way possible, and I would get my degree over and over again because of how much I've enjoyed my time learning these things. I want to teach and I want to do the thing, and regardless of what people say, I want to be able to share that, my craft, in that way, and just allow students to grow in their musical minds and find avenues to express themselves. And I think being teaching is a steady source of income, but I would like other sources of income that allow me to do other things. And so we're getting stuff together, and hopefully this semester will be busy in the best possible way. I'm really stoked. And lastly, I just want to emphasize that a lot of the stuff that I'm saying will not work if I'm not prioritizing this one thing, and it's prioritizing my mental health. I truly believe, after being in a family that didn't really talk about mental health at all, I am realizing that there are a lot of different things about me that are a little interesting. I feel like there's a lot of things that I try to talk about with people. I realized that I needed a mental health professional when my relationship started getting affected by the amount of trauma that I was holding in and using them as a crutch to get through that trauma. And whilst your community is there for you, like, you should have someone in your corner that is able to just allow you to talk freely about things without there being any beef, without there being any judgment. I feel like for me, especially with the stuff that I had went through the past couple of years, it has not been a smooth ride, guys. And so I think that I really need just a couple of mental health professionals in my corner, just really supporting me throughout my journey. because there's a lot of things that I need to figure out about myself. And if I'm not going to do it, no one will. Yeah, so that's the video. Those are my goals, and that's a little bit more about me. If you have any questions that you want me to answer, leave them in the comments. Maybe I'll do a little video questions, answering your questions, like a Q&A type thing. So yeah, so true. Thank y'all for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll see y'all in a little bit. Bye, my loves.